Alright, so today I'm going to do a demonstration on glazing this plate. A lot of decoration on here. Uh, Scuffito carving, chattering here on the rim. I like to show the texture. So the inside I'm going to glaze a green glaze. It's a copper-based glaze. And it's going to be green and it shows the texture nicely. So I'm going to use that. And on here, I'm going to brush the underglazes. Okay, I mix two underglazes together and brush it over. And then I'm gonna wax to coat it and pour in the green glaze and pour out. Okay, so that's the inside. And outside, I'm just going to use this little sucking bottle to spin the wheel and then glaze it all the way around it. Okay, so let me show you how I do that. First, I will glaze the bottom. Make sure it's center. If you want to ask what is this material, it's kind of like a rubbery, something that I bought years ago, and I don't think they are selling it anymore. So just to prevent it from bumping, that's all. Okay, it's nothing specific. Alright, so a little bit uneven. So I will wait till the glaze completely dry and then rub my finger over to kind of smooth it. Because the glaze is made out of chemical powders, so once it dries, it's very easy to just rub your finger around it. So there are lots of ways to glaze it. I'm just showing you using the little bottle to distribute the glaze evenly. Of course, your piece has to be very uniform so that you will be able to do that. Otherwise, you can just pour it. Okay, put it on a spinning maybe hand wheel, and then it just spin and then they pour. You can do that too. Okay. Maybe in the future I will show you how to do that. But in this one, I'm just showing you using this bottle to glaze on the back. And once the glaze is dried, you can just rub around it and then kind of distribute the powder. So it's not a big deal. Okay, so that's the outside, and then I'm going to brush the stands that I show you, two different colors, orange and red. And I have the black black slip here, so the slip will show when I'm using the red and orange, and I will show you the result. Okay, and then I'm going to use the wax resist to coat it, so that when I'm pouring the green glaze, the glaze is not going to be on the rim. I like to show a non-shiny rim here. Okay, so you might want to ask, what is this kind of wax resist? I bought a whole bottle of gallon size years ago. Okay, so this is the whole bottle of the wax resist. Okay, so you can see the label here. It's called Aftosa, A-F-T-O-S-A, Aftosa. This kind of wax is, in my opinion, I use several different kind of wax. This one is the best to resist. Okay, when you have a glaze over, it's easy to release the glaze without glaze sticking on the surface. And I think you can buy it from Clay Planet. I think the Aftosa was sold to Clay Planet, so now they are selling at Clay Planet. Okay, so you can check it out. Okay, this kind of wax is very good. I will wait the wax completely dry before I pour it in the second glaze. Okay, the glaze here. Alright, so after about 15 minutes of letting the wax resist dry, I'm ready to pour the green glaze inside. And I like to get it more evenly, so I put it back on the wheel, and while I'm pouring the glaze, I let the wheel spin. Right, and then just pour out real quick. So you can see that the wax resist is resisting very good. So just a few tricks, and just before the glaze dry, you can just use the sponge, the wet sponge, to wipe it off. Okay, so that's it, ready to go to the kiln. Alright, so this is the finished piece. I will show you under the sun so you'll see more clearly the texture. And I also like to show you, since a lot of people ask, how do you smoothen the foot rim after fire. Even it's a porcelain after fire, if you run through your finger, it still feel kind of rough. So each one of my piece after fire, I usually like to run through the diamond disc and smooth it. Okay, so this is the diamond disc, and you can buy it from a lot of different sources. I bought mine from eBay, and it's not that expensive. It's like $35 for this size. And if you have smaller size, it's like $20. And larger one maybe $50, like 14 inches wide, and this is 12 inches. And to make sure that your diamond disc stay while you sanding it, grinding it. This is the material. It's called absorber. Okay, ABSORBER, absorber. You can just Google it, and it comes with a larger sheet, and then I just trim it to the circular shape, and then you wet it and dip it in the water and squeeze out the water, and this creates a lot of friction. So while you are sanding it up using the diamond disc, it stays. So the diamond disc doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so that's how I do it. And then, but right here you see that. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a sponge to squeeze the water here, so that when you grind it, the powder is going to the side, and there's no powder actually. It's the water and mixed with the powder, so it's not going to fly all over. Okay, so just in the way I'm using the spray bottle, spray some water. Just hold it there. And you can feel that it's much more smoother now. Right, so that feels good. This is finished. So I promised to show you under the sun. Okay, if you watch it closely, you can see my carving knives here. And squaffito, chattering texture, and black slip, blue glaze, shining glaze. And I did a demo on how I glaze it, and now this is the result.